I am on a mission to redesign every US license plate. The current designs are just so bland, so I want to use my professional design experience to fix them. In my last video, I've already redesigned Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, and Arkansas, and today I will be redesigning California, Colorado, and Connecticut. So let's fly to California, open up Illustrator, and get started. Alright, we are in Adobe Illustrator. Let's get started with California. This is California's current license plate. It's super bland and boring for what is arguably the most popular state, so let's fix it. Here, I wanted to make a solid color gradient using the blend tool by taking a larger orange rectangle and a thinner yellow rectangle and then blending them together. I adjusted it slightly and had this sunset looking gradient. I then wanted to repeat that but an inverse version with a circle in the middle. To complete the background, I then added some palm tree silhouettes and styled it to match. Now that the background is done, I can move on to the text for the license plate. I wanted to have a similar font style for the California text, but have it a lot cleaner and nicer. I then added a thick stroke for contrast and altered the license plate numbers font as well. And Benjamin, sir, how are we gonna get that contrast that you promised? Oh, don't you worry. We're gonna do the oldest trick in the book. This is a huge trend. Every content graphic designer and their mothers do this trick. I'm gonna make this one that nice little color. We're gonna make this one this nice little color. And guess what? We're gonna use that blend tool again. And we're gonna come here. We're gonna do a specified distance. It looks pretty clean. It looks nice in 3D. It's not. Quit lying to yourself, buddy, okay? It's not 3D. We're gonna bring this back on top. And it looks amazing. Fun little Illustrator tip for you today. You wanna copy this color right here for this font? Okay, I'll just do the eyedropper tool and click it. Oh no, it changed all the properties. Not a problem. Mr. Aid Design is here to save the day. So you hold shift and you click it again, it just chooses the color. So now in the current license plate for California, in the bottom here, like the tagline, it's got dmv.ca.gov. How boring is that? Just a nice little government website? No, California, the land of the free. Not the land of the DMV. No, their state motto is actually Eureka. I think that's actually really funny and it's really cool. So I'm just gonna... I chose the same font for the tagline that I used for the state name, and then I added some styling to have proper contrast but still have it fit in with the entire design. With that, we have completed the redesign for the California state license plate. I really like how this one turned out. I just think it stands out so much, which I think is fitting for a bold state like California. Now to Colorado. Colorado, home of the... This is Colorado's current license plate, and it's not bad, but let's try to make it better. I have an idea for the design here. The Colorado state flag has this like C with a circle inside of it, so my idea is to kind of have that C be over here, and it's gonna kind of like take up this shape, like the majority, like that.
Hey, I like it, Picasso.
And then there's gonna be like a big circle there, and within that circle is gonna be a mountain range. And this mountain range, I want it to be like some nice like grainy gradients. There's gonna be like a lot of little dots in there, you know? A little stippling. I have a design degree. I took a class or two about art theory. You know, the more density, the heavier it looks. It's all an illusion. It's all in your brain. You wouldn't really get it. You don't have a design degree. I'm saying all this because I am not a technical artist at all. My design degree is more in technology. Okay, let's get to work. What we're gonna do first is get a nice circle to encompass this C here. Okay, that's good for me. So we're gonna come here to Object, Path, Outline, Stroke. We're gonna select both objects and do a minus front. So now we have that initial shape there. Next is just going to be a circle that falls within this circle. And that fits nice and snug. And we have our little Colorado icon. Let's get that nice and centered. We're gonna make it huge. You guys know that the Aid Design license plate series has been going on for 1,000 episodes and 1,000 manga chapters, but we're gonna go back all the way to episode 1. Let's get a nice little flashback going. I used the pen tool to trace these mountains that I found to make an outline. We're gonna steal the shapes of these mountains. I do not feel like making another mountain range. You know what they say, be lazy, don't put too much effort, get yourself a sweet treat after. You deserve it.
Write that down, write that down!
Okay, this is starting to come along pretty nicely. Let me Oh. Ooh, okay. I like this. That was on accident. And I can make this bigger as well. Okay, this is coming along. I don't like this blue background, if I'm being honest. A warm off-white, kind of like that. Yeah, okay, this is coming along. I'm starting to really like this. I'm gonna go ahead and ungroup this mountain range, and we're gonna start changing the color of this. I just wanna say, some people have recommended I do tutorials for YouTube instead. I don't know what I'm talking about, man. That would require me to know what I'm doing. How did I do this before? I don't even know how to use my own design. I can't even be lazy properly. I think this is it for the base, but it does feel flat. So I'm gonna add some texture to it. So the classic Ative Design way, I'm gonna continue recording myself while I watch YouTube tutorials on how to do the next effect that I'm gonna do and pretend that I'm a really good designer. Watch the entire ass tutorial just to come here, do texture, grain. That's literally it. There you go. And now we have our nice grainy Colorado landscape. So we have our base done. Now we just need to add text in. So let's do a little Hollywood magic. I'm just gonna snap my fingers and the fonts will be changed. Everything will be done. In 3, 2, 1. Hollywood magic isn't real. Anyways, here are the final renderings, and I'm actually so happy with how this turned out. This might actually be my favorite one I've made so far. Now to Connecticut. I don't really know anything about Connecticut. I know it's important for our history, but I forgot. So enjoy these memes I found about Connecticut. Connecticut's current license plate is pretty nice, but there's really nothing special about it. So I'm gonna add in an abstract pattern and try to make it more interesting. To make this abstract pattern, I'm utilizing the blend tool again. Yeah, I know, I'm really putting the creative in Ative Design here. But basically, you just make one random line with the pen tool and then make another random line. And you blend them together with the blend tool with a lot of specified steps, and it'll have this really cool illusion, especially in areas where the lines overlap. If you change the colors of the two lines, it'll make a seamless looking gradient. And there's a lot more you can do with this effect, like you can add in a third line, you can overlap the lines more, and there's a lot of other cool things that you can do to make some sick looking shapes. And for this design, I decided to keep it fairly generic with the outline of the state with that abstract pattern filling in the frame just to add more interest. I kept the same color scheme for the original license plate design because, well, I mean, I liked it. This design is a lot more simple than the other ones and doesn't really stand out too much, but overall I liked how it turned out. If you haven't already, go ahead and watch part 1 of this series to see my previous designs. And before you go, make sure to subscribe and leave a comment. It really means the world to me when you do. And I'm not really good at goodbyes, so I'll just end